Good afternoon, you're tuned in to Huddersfield Today. This is your 4 p.m. news bulletin with me, Owen Malarkey. The Kirklees local election count has officially ended and our official politics correspondent, Danny Parkinson, has the results.
And I do hereby declare that the said Gwen Lowe is duly elected for the Batley West Ward.
The local elections are over with all 23 Kirklees wards being declared. There were no movers in the end, no gains and no losses for any party. While some seats were contested heavily by UKIP, they failed to win any one of the 5 wards in which they stood. On a national level, the Liberal Democrats have lost over 181 councillors, but Cathal Burke, who has been re-elected, is more optimistic for the party.
There has been some losses which were expected, but I think where we work really hard, we keep our seats and we make gains. And I think for the coming years in Kirklees especially, I think the Liberal Democrats will go on to make gains, not only defending but making the gains and building our resources back up again, because we work really hard in Kirklees, and that's been shown today from the results.
The Labour Party have gained some 200 seats nationally, which can be expected from a party of opposition. But in Kirklees, their council remains the same, and Huddersfield remains no overall control area for another year. Mumtaz Hussain of Dewsbury West is still happy with the result.
We haven't lost, but we haven't gained any seat, but we're still there, I was expecting to gain 1 or 2 seats, but we were near enough in Denby Dale or Newsham. We lost only about 400 or 500.
Remember, the elections don't end here, with the European election results being announced on Sunday. Danny Parkinson, Huddersfield.
Police on the hunt for a man that attempted to kidnap a small girl in Greenhead Park are reviewing CCTV footage. Falani Nkube is on the scene.
Greenhead Park is a beautiful place to visit for a nice family outing. However, for one family, what was meant to be a fond memory turned out to be a nightmare after an attempted abduction. A white man, believed to be in his 30s, with grey hair, a bald patch and a goatee beard, fled the scene shortly after approaching a group of children. The police are looking for the CCTV footage of the man, and anyone who might have seen or heard anything relating to the incident may help by dialing 101. This is Falani Nkube reporting from Huddersfield.
The £2 million 5-month scheme to renovate Ainley Top roundabout, known as an accident hotspot, is due for completion tonight. The change to the roundabout include the roads being resurfaced with additional lanes and a reduced speed limit of 40 miles an hour, which will help ease congestion and reduce the number of accidents. The night closures that have taken place on certain roads around the roundabout, including the Manchester-bound M62 Junction 24 slip road over the past 3 weeks, have also come to an end. And on a similar note, local music lecturer has received a Teacher of the Year award at this year's Huddersfield Examiner Community Awards. Liz Dobson, a lecturer at the University of Huddersfield, told us how she felt about the honour.
We've come to the Creative Arts Building at the University of Huddersfield, where Liz Dobson has organised a symposium, which is a free networking event with professional business connections, to ask her how she feels about winning the Teacher of the Year award at the Huddersfield Examiner Awards last night.
It feels really humbling to have been nominated and then to win the award for Teacher of the Year. There are so many people in the community who weren't nominated and who didn't make it into the finalist, who are very deserving of that and all of the other awards as well, and it makes you really realise how much amazing work is being done in Huddersfield. So really very humbled and absolutely delighted, obviously.
A battle of the bands will take place tonight, with the victor securing a place at the Huddersfield Fest event at Greenhead Park this weekend. Tom Maguire gives us the story.
Greenhead Park has been subject to many events over the years, but never one quite like this. In September, 10,000 music fans will flock upon Greenhead Park for Huddlefest, and just behind me is where the main stage will be.
The park has held many music events such as Mumford & Sons Gentlemen of the Road stopover in 2012, but the Greenhead area has been very quiet since. Huddlefest will feature 3 stages featuring music artists as well as art and creative workshops. But the festival did need funding. organisers set about getting a Kickstarter, asking the people for money to help to get the event off the ground. The funds that were required were £7,500, which was successfully funded. One backer also happened to be the one and only Stephen Fry. We asked Denzel Roach, one of the festival organisers, how important it was for Kickstarter to succeed.
For us, that was the first cash injection, so it was very important because without it, we wouldn't have been able to get a lot of the early infrastructure in place. So for us, yes, it was absolutely critical to get Kickstarter up and running and for it to be successful.
Local bands have been given an opportunity to play at Huddlefest by competing in Road to Huddlefest. Heat 1 was last week and Heat 2 is on tonight at Bar 122, and will decide the local artists who will perform in front of 10,000 people.
Yeah, this is a vehicle that we've used to try to narrow down local acts. Because the thing about Huddlefest is that we're having local acts run alongside main commercially known artists. So we wanted to raise the profile of local acts and sort of put Huddersfield on the map as far as local music was concerned. So we came up with the Road to Huddlefest idea as a way to whittle it down, because we had, once we told people we were going to have local acts on, we got inundated with emails and requests to play. So we had to find a mechanism to be able to whittle that down, and Road to Huddlefest basically was that mechanism. So what it is, it's a heat based event that happens. We're doing it at Bar 122 here in the town, which is a well-known venue for music as well. And it's, you know, we have about sort of 7 or 8 acts per night that battle it out against each other, and then we, the judges, decide, you know, basically who's got a place.
Heat 2 of Road to Huddlefest starts tonight at 7:30 at Bar 122. Tom Maguire, Huddersfield Today.
And now we join Tom Young with the upcoming sports news.
Thanks, Owen. We have a lot to tell you about in sport today. To kick off, Yorkshire play Warwickshire tonight at 6:30 in the cricket. Also tonight, a lot of Super League action. Leeds Rhinos play Hull FC, Catalan take on Bradford, Hull KR meet with the London Broncos, Wakefield Wildcats play Warrington Wolves, and Castleford go to Widnes to play the Vikings. Now let's take a look at local sport, starting with football and Huddersfield Town. The Championship season has of course ended, and if we take a quick look, we can see that Huddersfield Town ended in 17th place with 53 points. This is an improvement over the previous season, which saw relegation be a real and present threat. However, despite this improvement, bookies have tipped Huddersfield as one of the most likely to be relegated in the next season, with odds of 9-4. It's not only bad news for some of the Huddersfield side, however, as midfielder Adam Clayton has recently been announced as Huddersfield Fans Player of the Year. Now to rugby and Huddersfield Giants. If we take a look at their league table, we see they currently sit in 5th place, with 3 big games coming up in the form of St Helens tonight and Leeds and Wigan to come soon. Huddersfield captain spoke out saying, "We know the next few games present us with the toughest of challenges, starting at Saints tomorrow night, but everyone's feeling really confident with the way things are progressing, and we're excited about the matches we've got in front of us." I went to John Smith Stadium to speak with Brett Ferris, who echoed his captain's thoughts.
Yeah, that's it. These are the sort of games you look forward to. They come pretty thick and fast at the minute, so obviously Saints this week, and then a big game against Wigan, and then obviously Leeds the following week. So looking forward to it. It's a challenge every week, and obviously we want to be at the top of the league, so that's where we need to be, and start winning these big games now.
That's all from us for today. As ever, more information on today's stories can be found on our website, mhm.hud.ac.uk/broadcast. Goodbye from us and enjoy your bank holiday weekend.